Hello and welcome to Chocolate Cover Games monthly melt segment of crowdfunding for the month of April 2022.
Yeah.
Um, this month we both have three projects for this crowdfunding segment. I will go first.
All right.
Um, the first project I'd like to bring to people's attention is the game called Barnyard, a build or a bifold game. It comes in a small little fake leather wallet, like many of the Button Shy games do.
Yeah.
This is not from Button Shy though. This is from BGB Publishing.
Okay.
They had at least one other game that they've done. This is a two-player drafting card game.
Okay.
So it has the drafting mechanic. It does come with a free expansion since it's backed so well, and it does have a solo variant that you can download yourself. It is a game where you are, it's kind of like your game Guillotine, where it has a line of cards that you manipulate, and whatever card's at the top is the one the person has to take, draft. But at the beginning of each turn, there's two cards that lets you manipulate the line in certain ways.
Okay.
And then at the end of the game, you have a grid of 3x3 that you're placing your animals that you've drafted, and certain animals want to be next to certain things, and other things want to be.
So it's that one where you're replacing people to sit to eat.
Yeah. Or like the other one that we just played, Skulls of Citic, where, but it has that guillotine mechanic where there's a line of cards and you manipulate that line, and then at the end you place your things. Looks interesting. I'll probably end up backing it just because, I like these style of games with 18 cards. There were a couple people on here saying, oh, they're tricking us because it looks like a Button Shy game and their page is set up like a Button Shy game. And the company says, it's just this how it is because it's this 18 card game and they're not going to put it in a huge box.
Yeah. That's why you make it with 9 more cards, you put it in a trifold wall.
Yeah. I agree with the company. A game company doesn't have, all these games are just this company.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, not every Ticket to Ride size box should be whatever that is now.
Way to make your point. I was going to make it simple and say every game with a lot of minis is in CMOS.
Yeah.
But I guess
But this is packaging that they're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, the page is set up like how...
Yeah, but not every Ticket to Ride size box is...
Do you know the company?
Is that Asmodee or Days of Wonder?
It's Days of Wonder, because it's on the Days of Wonder app. But, it's just how small game's going to be.
Yeah.
It's not going to have a ton of thing.
Yeah.
If it came in a handy-dandy little sack to carry them, I'm like, oh, they're stealing it from Love Letters.
Or a tin.
Yeah.
From that Mintworks company. While theirs come in the mint tins.
Now all Monopoly games are made by the op.
Yeah. But 99% of them are terrible.
Yeah. So that
we're coming that style box.
I guess I should say
So are they funded?
Yeah, it's funded.
Okay.
Their goal is 4,000. They're over 6 at this point.
When does it go off?
It goes off April 29th at 8:30 p.m.
Okay, so it's done.
Well, not yet. Well, because I'm gonna put this video up before then.
Way to go.
It's $10 to back at what I'm gonna say is the Button Shy looking version.
Okay.
With the non fancy wallet, but you can bump it all the way up to $24, where it goes into a deluxe leather wallet.
There you go. Is that the one you're getting?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I just like the looks of the non-deluxe one over the deluxe one.
So it's $12 extra for a deluxe wallet.
No, it's $14 more.
Oh yeah, it's $14 more for a deluxe wallet.
Yeah. But it's a nice looking wallet.
Is it leather?
Says leather exterior.
Yeah. I guess then if you want to use it as a regular wallet, I guess you'd use any of those as a regular wallet.
Yeah, nothing's stopping you from using.
Now you gotta use a Button Shy game as a regular wallet.
Now the thing it does stray is you can add $19 and get a play map, which yeah.
Well, now that defeats the purpose of
being travel size.
Yeah.
Shipping is $5 for America.
That's not bad.
But yeah, you can back it for $10 or $24. There's a $3 version, print and play.
Which is a big deal right now.
But it's not a bad looking game. There's not many drafting games made just for 2 people.
Yeah.
So that was my first crowdfunding game.
All right. So my first one is called Fortress of Terror. It is a roll and write solitaire adventure game that comes in the print and play format. Print and play seems to be a huge Kickstarter thing right now. So this game is very simple. With your $5 pledge, it's a $5 base game. You get the rule book, you get a double-sided adventure sheet, a tutorial sheet, and 17 relic cards.
Okay.
Then there's an expansion module that is included with the pledge, which comes with the rules, a double-sided adventure sheet, 4 dungeon cards, 3 relic cards, and 12 ruin cards. So that's all the $5 pledge.
Okay.
And then what you need to provide is a pencil, 4 6-sided dice, a red 6, basically 2 other color 6-sided. They're saying red and blue, a 4-sided die, and a 12-sided die. Then if you bump your pledge up to $8,
okay,
you get the roll and write. This is the roll and write story pledge.
Okay.
Includes the basic pledge and adds a story deck to each adventure module.
Okay.
So that comes with story cards. Each deck of story cards is specific to the adventure module that you're playing. You simply draw a story card after each roll dice phase, read the story effect, and follow the instructions on the card. Story cards add thematic flavor, variety, and replayability of the game, and opens doors to more flexibility across this, what they call roll with it system.
Okay.
And man, they've hit a lot of stretch goals. Stretch goals added different modules.
Okay.
So again, these are the stretch goals. And if you play just that $8, you get the base game, you get that story card. Then there's also, so right now they've added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more modules.
Okay.
So that is now 14 modules to this roll and write game for $8. Again, it's all print and play, which is fine. And they're almost to their next one. And some of these little modules look pretty cool. At least in the name. Lost City of Gold. Theme Park of Chaos. It's an evil mastermind is sabotaging the park rides, and it's up to you to save the guests from grisly fates. So how that works into the roll and write adventure, I don't know. But like I told Tim, for $8, man, this is, I think, one to definitely check out. I mean, the rules or under gameplay. First, roll the dice. 2, activate the dice. Move, teleport, combat, and plus or minus any dice. So that's the 4 different dice types.
Okay.
The enemy power and impending doom. It's all in the dice. So seems to be fairly simple. I didn't read through the rule book just because I thought, looking through that, it looks very simple. The tutorial sheets and everything. For $8, I think it's, again, when you should look at the print and play things are a big hit right now on Kickstarter. And this is by Humble Bard Games, and it ends on April 29th. Humble Bard Games, this is their first thing. They also have another one coming out this year called Spirits of Christmas, and they have one planned for next year called Song of the Seas.
Okay.
So I'm very interested in this one. I'm put out a bunch of these print and plays over the last couple months, and I keep forgetting to back them, which I'm bummed about because there have been some I really wanted to, but I think I might do this one while I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Keeping in the world of print and play, my second crowdfunding game, also on Kickstarter, is a print and play game. It is called Skirmish Chess.
I saw that one.
It's a quick and awesome chess battle, as they call it, and it has funded. They were looking for $532. They're at $677. There's 4 days to go. It ends May 2nd. Backing price is $11, so it's not too bad. And this print and play, you will need a 3D printer.
Okay.
Because you're printing 3D stuff. You're not. It's not paper. It's all files.
Okay.
And what you get with your files is your 3D printed board, your pieces, and your train.
All right.
And let me see if I can find the picture here. Okay. There's the pictures of your pieces. It comes with it's a shrunken down version of chess. You only get 6 pieces per team.
Okay.
You get 1 rook, 1 bishop, 1 knight, 1 king, 1 queen, and 1 pawn. They've chose some very interesting looking pieces.
Okay.
To say the least, like this one here, this dinosaur. That is your knight, and this knight looking piece is your bishop. And then, queen, king, and the fisherman's your pawn. Why they went with dinosaur for knight and knight for bishop?
Yeah, that's weird.
I would almost went this one, that's your bishop as your knight, and then the dinosaur as your bishop.
Why there's a dinosaur?
Yeah, they wanted to make it look interesting. The board is completely modular, so you can build it however you want. Now, it gives you different things you can print out, like bridges, trees, and whatnot. The only thing that falls flat in this game is the rules.
Okay.
Because I was looking on the page, and I'm like, well, it doesn't tell you anything about the game. It doesn't tell you anything about the game. Eventually, I realized you can click on the rule book, which I did. And
did you click on it in English or German?
In English.
Oh.
So I clicked on the rules, and depending what you roll, you start off with 2 dice and you roll, and then it tells you which 6 people you get.
Okay.
You automatically always get a king, and then you roll and it tells you your team setup. Other than that, it's just regular chess. They all move the same way. Like all this fancy terrain that you can print, like the muds, the trees, the water. Just aesthetics. It doesn't say you can't go through water. Nothing like that. I'm like, it missed opportunities.
Yeah, that would be really cool to change it up.
Like the only thing it said was, you can't go through trees because trees are like a dead spot.
Yeah.
But other than that,
you can't go into the water or you get stuck in the mud. That would be kind of cool.
I mean, there's nothing stopping you at home brewing your own rules.
Yeah.
But, then it's interesting because then they show you pieces later on down here versus the full body.
Yeah.
But that's not what you get. It's a very weird thing.
You can print your own chibis.
I guess. Because it keeps showing you different things, but, eventually they're looking to add other terrain like columns, walls, crates, skulls. Once again, it's just terrain.
Yeah.
It has, I'm assuming walls you won't be able to go through, but I think it's missing. The rules are lax, but it looks interesting.
It's chess.
Well, I mean, with all the things they could have done with it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want a 3D printer and you love chess, I would suggest getting this for $11 to have these files, and then just make your own rules to use the fun terrain that you're getting. But that was Skirmish Chess. That ends May 2nd. I will not be back in it because we don't have a 3D printer.
Yeah. We know people that do.
Yeah, and there's places you can go and use them.
But, all right. So my second game is a pretty big game. And they are actually, where did I see how much they're funded? Yeah. So this game, they asked for a pledge goal of $5,000,
Okay.
which is reasonable. They're actually at $92,379 as of right now.
Which is unreasonable.
This is G.I. Joe Mission Critical from Renegade Game Studios and Hasbro. Can't forget Hasbro in that.
Okay.
So this falls in their Guardian system of play, which was their Power Rangers. Games fall under that. For those that don't know, Renegade Game Studios, some of their big games are Altiplano, Architects of the West Kingdom, Clank. So reputable game studio.
Okay.
They've done a lot. So in G.I. Joe Mission Critical, to me it looks a lot like the Marvel game, Marvel United.
Okay.
That's how I look at this. There's a deployment phase. Enemies are deployed to various locations.
Okay.
You reveal the top deployment card and take the indicated minis from the supply. Place the enemy minis at the location. Sounds a lot like Marvel United to me.
Yep.
There's an action phase. In this phase, the heroes collectively perform their actions.
Okay.
So you flip over one action token to perform one of the following moves: move, battle, recover.
Okay.
Players can perform their actions in any order. Then you resolve battles, alternating turns with the enemies. Heroes gain and spend energy tokens to resolve the effects. Call in vehicles, spend defeated foot soldiers from the hangar board to unleash the power of vehicle cards. Gameplay continues until the heroes prevail or the villains triumph. And you can actually mix this with the Power Rangers Heroes of the Guard game.
Okay.
So you could have Power Rangers and G.I. Joe battling together to face Cobra and whoever the Power Rangers bad guy is.
Well, they have several different ones, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
But it looks cool. There's different pledge levels. For $99, you get the No Average Joe pledge, which is the Mission Critical base game with the Retro Snake Eyes, which is a Renegade exclusive, and the Vehicle Pack, which is a Renegade exclusive. Then you get the Mission Complete all-in pledge for $145. That's the base game, the Heavy Firepower expansion, the Dice Pack, the Retro Snake Eyes, and the Vehicle Pack.
Okay.
And there's a lot of minis in this. In the base game, there's 5 hero minis: Snake Eye, Scarlet, Duke, Stalker, Cover Girl, Cobra Commander, Baroness, Dr. Mindbender, Major Blood, and Copperhead.
Mm-hmm.
There's 24 foot soldiers, 12 Cobra ones, 12 Crimson Guard. You get your action dice, 135 cards. So there's a lot in there. Now you have to do the Heavy Firepower expansion to get Gun Ho, Bomb Strike, Roadblock, and Destro. And Scrap. So you don't get Destro and Gun Ho to the expansion.
Okay.
But again, it sort of fits the whole CMON Marvel United thing.
Yeah.
Renegade's really doing this. There's extras you can add on. I think the page is cool because it really buys into that 1980s G.I. Joe, knowing it's half the battle. Is one of the areas. Ends May 12th. I love the IP. I haven't gotten into any of the G.I. Joe games or Transformer games that Renegade has put out. I'd love to get the deck builder ones. The mini ones look cool, but right now, $145 for a game for me is just a tad bit out of my price range. But if I was doing this, I'd do the all-in because of getting that Destro, the extra cards, the extra everything with it. Again, ends May 12th. G.I. Joe Mission Critical from Renegade Game Studios.
Okay. my last crowdfunding game for this segment is, I don't know if I'm suggesting it because I like the game, or I picked it because I want to rant about it. Because I'm going to rant when I suggest this game. And that is the DC deck building game 10th anniversary.
Okay, so...
Well, let me first
let's start with...
Well, I was going to say when I finish.
Okay.
I'm going to give all the base stuff before I rant. That way...
Well,
so it ends May 12th.
Okay.
It has funded. They were asking for $50,000. They're at $600,000.
Okay. So, then let me ask you first question.
Okay.
Why would you buy this?
Why would I buy this?
Yes. Why would you get this?
Okay. I would get this because the certain things...
Well, let's go a different way first.
Okay.
Why should somebody out there get this? Let's start. Why would somebody that's never played DC Deck Builder, why should they back this?
If you've never played DC Deck Builder, do not back this.
Okay.
Because,
why should they not back this then?
Well, because the minimum price point is a little steep if you've never backed it because you don't know if you like it. You can get the base game for a whole lot cheaper.
Well, let's say you've played the base game.
And if you liked it?
Yeah. If you've only ever played the original DC Deck Builder and you want to get in, is this a good place to jump in?
It's tough because the smallest level gives you three... The smallest level is just expansions.
Okay.
And it's 3 expansions.
So you don't get the base game with this?
No.
So you have to own the base game to back this?
Correct. Well, I think one of the expansions is a standalone expansion.
Okay.
Which is the Injustice one.
Okay.
Which, I love the Injustice. I love the game. I love the comic book. It's one of my favorite DC story arcs out there.
I never played anything Injustice.
The main selling of this Kickstarter was for their box holder.
Okay, so this is where the rant is coming in because I know where this is going.
But that's not the base level pledge.
Okay.
Okay, for the base level pledge is $70.
All right.
And the problem I mainly have with Cryptozoic and this Kickstarter is all 3 of the expansions for this Kickstarter are Kickstarter exclusive. They said they'll never sell them. It's just this thing. If you don't get them now, tough toenails.
All right. And what are those 3 expansions?
The 3 expansions are, let me scroll all the way down to it because it makes it easier to look at.
For the base pledge.
Yep. Is...
Dear Lord, there's a lot of
okay. It's called The Injustice for All.
Okay.
So it comes with Injustice.
Okay.
Which is a story where Superman basically goes crazy after Lois Lane is killed by the Joker and becomes evil and the heroes split up. Which is the main standalone expansion. Okay. Then it comes with the rival expansion because DC Deck Builder has 3 types of expansions. Standalones, rivals, and the small box. So the rival expansion that's Kickstarter exclusive is Flash versus the Reverse Flash, which is a classic DC main hero, main villain story, Flashpoint, all that. Great story. One of my top 10 DC stories.
Okay.
Then the third, which is their small expansion, is the DC Bombshell expansion.
Okay.
One, like I said, Crypto was smart because this is probably in my top 10 DC stories.
Okay.
It was a different universe where everything was like the 50 pinup style.
Yeah.
Guys were off in war.
Well, yeah, they had the bombshells for
Dice Throne. Or
Dice Masters.
Yeah. Great story.
That's my Dice Masters.
Yeah. Great 50s artwork.
Yeah.
Fun story. So I'm like, man, these are really great. I'm like, I don't know if I want to back it because it's $70. So then their big selling point is the multiverse box.
Yes.
Which bumps this up to $135. Now it's the same as the $70, but you get an empty box with it. So they're saying this empty box is worth is $65.
Yes.
For an empty box.
Yes.
A $65 empty box. You can get a board game, a high-end board game for $65 that isn't an empty box.
So, you have the multiverse box.
I have edition 1.
Yes.
And it's great because...
And that was expensive. That was like $40.
Yeah, it's $40.
That was a Christmas present.
Yeah. And it was a terrible box. And they even acknowledge that on this website. Because like we've heard people saying they want a better solution to store this game. And the first thing I thought was, you created that. And they're like, we heard your feedback how no one liked our first box. The main downside with their first box, it didn't fit the cards.
It didn't fit the big cards.
It didn't fit the big cards, and it had trouble fitting their
the dividers
that they gave you.
Yes.
So they're like, we made a product and it didn't work, and we understand that. And instead of being like, our bad, we're like, we came up with a $65 solution for you, a different empty box. And their big selling point is it fits the cards. It should have fit the cards always. And this one claims it fits the bigger cards. There's going to be one row bigger. But, they claim that the dividers are going to fit in the original one. So how am I supposed to know that this is real?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't back it at the $135, even though it would solve a problem. I'm not paying $65 for it.
And we already have the other box.
Yeah.
And the regular cards fit in the other box.
Yeah.
It's just the big cards.
Correct. Now.
And we don't have enough of this.
Correct. But then they got trickier. Because they're like, how we can make more money? We'll make 2 big boxes with different artwork on for the people that have to be all collectors.
The completionists.
So I'm like, okay. You figure the price would be at $65 more, making it, $200. You would be wrong. It bumps up to, I think, $200 gets you a playmat and all that. I think it's $345 gets you both boxes, the playmat, and the expansions and some promos.
So that's what you're backing it at?
No. I mean, the box doesn't look great. I mean, the original box looked fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only problem is they didn't figure out that they should probably figure out that cards can fit in it.
Yeah.
And I love the thing because I know in a couple years they're going to come out with a third box.
Yeah.
Because people are complaining about this box because it doesn't solve one of the problems of the game already. There's tokens in it.
Yeah.
And people are like, can't you have a section where there's, a little box in the box?
Game trays.
Yeah. To hold the tokens. And the company's like, we hear you. We might work on that. Which leads me to believe in 5 years there'll be a 15th anniversary.
Yeah.
With an $85 empty box, but it holds tokens.
Yeah.
But it won't hold the oversized cards. That's for the 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant, stupid, cryptozoic idea.
We figured out the token thing. We used the pill bottle.
But the pill bottles don't fit the biggest tokens. They just get thrown loosely in there. The best solution is to get an old baseball tuck case and put that in there. But $65 for an empty box. Now that is real tempting at the
Doesn't it show you how many people backed that?
What, at that level?
Yeah, it tells you.
I guess I can see. So at the $70 level, 713 people.
Is that going to be you?
It's really tempting. It's 3 of my favorite story arcs. And I know it's never going to be anywhere else. So I'm going to have to really think about it.
And this goes off when? May 12th?
May... Yeah, 12th.
Well, you'll be paid.
I will be. But it's one of those things. I don't want to give Cryptozoa money for being mean.
Paid. I already backed like 5 other things this month.
No, not really. I've only backed one thing this month.
Must be nice.
Technically last month. So at the 135 pledge, 1,200 people.
So there are 1,200
people getting an empty box.
that backed this probably for
the box.
The box.
Yeah. Then you move up to the 200 one, which gets you the mat. That's 613.
Okay.
And I'm going to skip realtors because they get other things. But there's only been 21 realtors.
Okay.
Then at the 345, it is 300 people.
Okay.
Oh, I was wrong. Apparently the promos don't come with that.
Yeah.
There's a level above at 365. Nope. Don't back it. Stupid computer. No. How do I get out of that? Click. Okay, well, I might have accidentally backed at that price. I might have to fix it on my phone. No, don't back this project. How do I not back this project? Why? Yeah. There you go. It's clicked it. Nope, now it's saying I'm backing a different price. Okay, well now I'm backing for almost $1,000. Well, I'm gonna stop clicking buttons because now I owe Cryptozoic $1,000. So I don't know how many people will have at that rate. You could look it up on your phone if you wanted to, because every time I click something, it says I keep backing. Pretty soon, if I back enough, I'll own Cryptozoic. That is a level. Own Cryptozoic.
Own Cryptozoic.
I think it's a tax dodge. They must be in legal trouble.
So, but if you like DC Deck Builder, let us know down below in the comments. Is this something you're backing? What level are you backing? Are you getting the box because it fixes the problems? Are you just getting the...
And what is your last crowdfunding game?
All right. So my third game is Birds of a Feather, Western North America. It's by Snowbright Studios.
Okay.
It's a re-implementation of Birds of a Feather from Nothing Sacred Games, which is the version we own. And this game is it's my top third game of all time.
Yeah.
It's a set collection
game. Yeah.
Hand management game. To learn more about it, watch our fives from this month. I talked a lot about it then. But what makes this different from the original is that now there's rules for 2 and 3 players that make the game more strategic, which I'm hoping they just come out and I can print those off and use our deck. And the graphic design, same designer, same artist. They're just updated art. Yeah. And it's $20 for the game. It ends May 5th. And there's another level where you get the game plus 4x6 photo packs.
Wooden puzzle.
Yeah, puzzle.
Stickers.
So, but I would definitely recommend this game just because it's my third favorite game of all time. And $10, it's a great place to jump into this. By calling it Western North America makes me think at some point they're going to have Eastern North America with different birds. But I'm fine having my version. I don't need to go all in like those with the DC Deck Builder need to buy every little thing.
Like I said, I accidentally clicked 5 buttons. I've backed 6 different levels.
But definitely check out Birds of a Feather, Western North America. Again, ends May 5th. If you're backing anything we've talked about, let us know. Or let us know what you're backing in general on Kickstarter. Have you gotten any Kickstarters in lately?
Yep.
Or what about on GameFound? Anything over there that you're backing? I know Sleeping Gods is on there right now, getting lots of traction. But let us know in the comments, again, what you're backing, what you're excited to see on Kickstarter coming up in the future here.
Yeah. What we might have missed that you think we should have taken a look at.
Yeah. If you think we should come out with our own Kickstarter.
If we do, it's going to be an empty box. We're going to charge $65 for it.
Yep. Yeah. Not different sizes and different prices.
No, one box. Doesn't fit anything properly.
Spot UV box.
No. Smallest box you can think of.
Individually autographed and numbered.
Yep.
You know, spray painted.
Misnumbered. This first box is senior. The second box is junior. The first box burns. That box moves up.
Yep. And then the third one becomes junior.
Yep. It's the rules of suffixes for boxes.
Yep.
Check out our other video to figure out what we're talking about now.
Which you still won't understand.
No, we don't.
But with that, again, hit the thumbs up. Leave a like. Subscribe. Ring the bell.
Share the video. It does help. We're getting close to 50 subscribers.
Yep. Check out the other videos. Check us out on Instagram and what other social media Tim has us on.
Yep. It's all of them.
Yep.
Minus TikTok, Friender, LinkedIn, Facebook.
You should start a TikTok page.
Yep.
But do check us out. Again, leave comments. We love to hear comments. And with that,
Yep. As always, stay sweet. Even though I've been incredibly bitter.